Hey, we're going to get rolling here today. Harvest is winding down, but with the markets this week, it's really anything but the fundamentals. We're not really talking about harvest in here or weather. It's really all with the outside markets. And over the weekend, we saw the whole news about Russia and Ukraine and Russia shutting down the export corridor. That led to the rally, 50, 60 cents up on wheat on Sunday night and on Monday. And then also over the weekend, Lula wins the election in Brazil, defeats Bolsonaro in here, and where that plays on the market in here, and you're seeing bean support in here right now is Lula's more of an environmentalist, and there's just general discussions that hey, we're not going to see that agricultural expansion in Brazil that we've seen here over the previous few years. And then upcoming here still this week, we got the interest rate decision, from our Fed. And then next Tuesday, it's the U.S. elections, which is really going to be a focus of all the markets as we get through the elections in here. So our main point with this is there's just a lot of influence on the outside affecting our agricultural prices. Here's a quick look at a December Chicago wheat chart. You can see the gap up and go that we had in here from the Sunday night trade. With today's market, it looks like we'll get consecutive closes above the 50-day moving average. That's a little more positive in here. If we're making cash sales, we're probably going to target the 925 area in December Chicago wheat to make a cash sale. Looking over at beans, here's a January bean chart. Yesterday, we went right to resistance. Today, we're getting follow through above there. We're deciding to reward this with cash sales. Our bias is we need to reward rallies in the market. Our targets of 1420 and 1440 were hit with cash sales. Our next target's probably going to be up in the 1470 to 1475 range if we can get that kind of a push. I think right now it's really important to start looking towards the 2023 crops. What we have here is a weekly November continuous bean chart. The red line is where November 23 beans are at 1385. On our report, we recommended making our first sale at 1390, which was today's high. The reason why we like that as a sale is you go back to 2021. We just went to 1450 that year. This past year, we had a trade of 1550. The last couple year range was $12 to 1550. This $14 point, in our opinion, gets us in the upper half of the range in what we've had here the last couple of years, and we need to find values to reward. That's why we think this is a good place to get started. When I get towards a continuous corn chart, right now it's sitting right around 628 we have on here. Keep in mind in 2021, the high on the December 21 corn contract was around 638. So this is about where the peak was at here in 2021. This past year, we did go to 750. Looking ahead on corn, the 6 1/4 to 650 is a targeted range for us to get started, for next year's production. As we want to wrap up today, the one thing that we really hear from farmers quite a bit is, we've had good times here the last couple of years, some decent crops. Some areas, had some crop failures here in the US, but overall with the higher prices in here, things have been good. And hey, we want to extend these good times. Well, the way to extend the good times is reward the rally with some cash sales, not only on old crop, but I also think we got to really look ahead towards new crop on protecting margin as we look ahead. Inputs are high, no doubt about it. I think the focus has got to be looking towards protect margins. This week shows us this volatility is not going away. We fully expect this volatility to stay here as we move through the winter months, and that is really occurring more so from outside markets or politics and war compared to supply-demand fundamentals. So, that's why we got to bring this up in here all the time, is look at Russia, look at the election in South America, and heck, we even got to look at our election here in the U.S. next week. Any questions, feel free to drop us an email or give us a call. Look forward to our daily advisory report. We'll keep you updated with videos, texts, and our daily commentary. Have a great day.